make sure my mic is on. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Paul from Brilliant Life Chiropractic, and today I wanted to talk about symptoms. It comes up a lot in practice here of, symptoms, things that don't feel very good, whatever those might be. I'm going to talk a lot about what those might be. But let me just introduce this topic by asking if you would ever pull the fuse for the check engine light in your car. You wouldn't, right? That seems like a bad idea. And yet people do this all the time throughout the country. They're not doing it to their cars so much, but they are doing it to their bodies. And why are we doing that? Why does that seem okay? Well, think about this. Every time that you take an ibuprofen, for example, for a headache or a fever, or you take cough syrup for cold symptoms, you are basically limiting your body's ability to create that symptom, right? Other symptoms would include things like vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, fever, pain, inflammation, headaches, you can't sleep, you can't wake up, you're tired, you feel fatigued, you feel anxious, like you have too much energy. On the surface it makes sense. When we control our symptoms so that we feel good, we must be healthy, right? We all want to feel better. Like, I get that. Symptoms are uncomfortable. At best, they're uncomfortable, and at worst, they can be really debilitating. No one likes to have a runny nose. No one likes to feel pain. But what if you are doing yourself a disservice by limiting and killing your symptoms? What if limiting your symptoms can actually create more problems? Let's examine a couple of symptoms. Let's take a look at this. So fever is a classic example, especially with kids. We have been taught that fever can be dangerous, that a temperature that high can create like brain damage and things like that. The truth is that fever isn't really dangerous until it's a sustained level over 104 degrees conservatively. Fever actually serves a very important function in the body. It limits the ability of viruses to move and to copy themselves. It helps our immune system fight off those viruses. It slows bacteria. Sometimes it outright kills bacteria. It makes the environment inhospitable for them. So while we're dealing with that discomfort, we're actually using our immune system to become better. And by limiting your fever, you're actually making it easier for the bacteria to win. And then we have to take more antibiotics, which is another problem. So why kill a fever? Many of them, most of them, the vast majority of them are not dangerous and actually help you get better. We generally kill them because they're uncomfortable, right? Pain is another great example, and I see this all the time in my practice. We've all had pain, right? Here's the thing. I'm going to propose this. Pain is not the problem. I know it feels like the problem, and it can really get in the way, but it is not the problem. It is an indicator that there is a problem. Sometimes a real severe one, but it's an indicator. Okay, pain itself is not the problem. It is an indicator of the problem. So when you take a pain reliever and you're stopping your pain, you just pulled the fuse on your check engine light. You've made it so that you can't communicate with your body. Your body cannot communicate with you so that you can make better choices. You can make informed decisions. Like if you sprain your ankle and you take pain medication so you can't feel that ankle sprain anymore, what are you liable to do? You're liable to walk around on it. You're liable to do things on it that actually get in the way of healing. So that's why this is an important conversation. I want to readjust people's relationship with their symptoms so that you recognize that the symptoms aren't the problem, that the symptoms are messages from your body, and sometimes the symptoms are your body's attempt to restore balance. So why is this important? Consider that sometimes symptoms are exactly what you need to be healthy, and that the symptom is, in fact, the perfect response that your body can have to a particular imbalance. When you sprain your ankle, you should have pain and inflammation as your body tries to heal, and killing all those symptoms actually makes it harder for your body to heal. When you have a bacterial infection, you should have a fever so that your body can fight it. If you eat bad chicken, you should throw that chicken up and vomit it. That's an important thing. That should happen. Okay? When you understand that your symptoms are just messages, they're not just inconvenient feelings, you treat yourself differently. You would nurture the fever. When you feel cold because of the fever, you put more blankets on, which supports your body in the fever. With inflammation, you allow inflammation to run its course. You support that process rather than killing it with ice and anti-inflammatories. You don't suppress the cough that is trying to expel dead bacterial and viral matter from your body, okay, and keep it out of your lungs. You don't just undo the runny nose. You actually allow that to take place because it's also clearing your body. All right. So take this in. Listen to this. You can use pain to inform your movement, so that you can actually not just avoid stuff that hurts and help your body heal, but you can actually, when you get real sensitive with this, figure out what movements really nurture your body in that moment and help you heal better. Okay? What symptoms are you currently working with? I would love to see comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Are you just suppressing them with medications or other things? Are you just trying to sidestep them? We see this a lot with alcohol and marijuana too. Like, what symptoms are you trying to avoid? What is it about the way that you're feeling that you don't want to feel that way? Are you just pulling the fuse on your check engine light? What's actually going on with you? I'm Dr. Paul Martin with Brilliant Life Chiropractic, and you deserve a brilliant life. Let it shine.